All right. Okay, so the objectives of mine are students who are able to problem solve classroom issues using a problem solving graphic organizer. Students will understand how to create an effective lesson plan, and students will reflect on past experiences to help the future.
So for my objectives, I have already reflected on them in my facilitator piece, but I do wish I would have made them more clear or more measurable or something. I feel like students will reflect on past experiences to help future experiences could be a little bit more. I could have narrowed it down more and made it less broad because I think that could go a lot of ways. But other than that, I think definitely students will be able to problem solve classroom issues was a good objective to be able to assess.
Oh, this is a quote that was in the book. It was a metaphor, so it's like kind of ties into like we've been working with these. So it's rapport is the oil in the class engine. When you guys read, did that kind of like resonate with you a little bit? Does anyone have any thoughts on it?
Yeah.
Rob, okay, Rob. What does that kind of mean to you? Rapport is the oil in the class engine.
Yeah, the class isn't going to run well if we don't build that rapport.
Exactly.
And so, as I was thinking about that first week, I'm thinking the one thing that I really want to focus on is building that rapport.
So,
and hopefully everything else is challenging.
piggybacking off of this, what are some ways that you guys think that you can build rapport in your class? There was like there was a list of like name games and things like that in the book. Were there?
As an anticipatory set to talking about lesson design, I asked the people in my group to give me some of the key words that they thought of when they thought of a lesson plan of theirs that went really well. These words really aligned with the text, and I think it was a really great graphic to be able to assess and come back to if we ever needed to go back to something and remind ourselves what a good lesson plan was made of. This is another example of me using the text in my lesson. I talked about the brain's closet, which is basically a way that it's a metaphor for how students like to store information and how they like to cognitively be able to map things in their brain and connect things. And the analogy that I gave with this was that in my classroom, I really want to use the path to proficiency, which is a physical model for students to see where they have been and where they will be going in their Spanish learning process. As I reflect upon this lesson, once again, I would say that my objectives were difficult for me. I wish I would have honed in better on key ideas that were measurable so that I could provide better evidence. Overall, I think I did a good job incorporating ideas from the text and talking about real-life discussions. Next time, when giving a lesson on this much text, I will do a better job picking out the key ideas and talking more in depth about those ideas instead of glazing over a ton of ideas. And then as a group, I would say that we did a great job this whole month. We all came prepared and ready to participate every single week. Sometimes we wanted to participate way too much. It was hard to get stuff done because we all had such great ideas. But overall, I have learned so much and thoroughly enjoyed the Literature Circle. This is a book I will keep handy, especially in my first year of teaching.